Yo, Dre,
What up?
I got something to say.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
What's the violation?
Parking in the bus stop, expired registration.
First class police work, Baker.
Yeah, well, this is the word from up on high. Straight from the 8th floor downtown.
Blessed bosses juking stats for the new administration.
I know you think it's bullshit, but I spend my shift where they tell me.
Baker, let me tell you a little secret. Patrolling officer on his beat is the one true dictatorship in America. We can lock a guy up on a humble, we can lock him up for real, or we can say fuck it. Pull under the expressway and drink ourselves to death. And our side partners will cover it. So no one, and I mean no one, tells us how to waste our shift.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Jae Explains, the show that is quickly taking over this channel. I'm Jay, and this episode is covering a community meeting held in Irvington, New Jersey. You know, the hometown. Not sure what I'm calling this video yet. Probably something generic like protect and serve, so it'll come up in search results. But either ways, part of my responsibilities as director of the SSBA is responding when my residents make requests. A couple of months ago, I was asked about a block watch, and so I set out to make it happen. This video is the result of that effort. As you see, there is tons of phone numbers for you to reach out to in case of emergencies and also in case of non-emergencies. So break out a piece of paper, go multi-screen on your phone, pull up Memo on your traditional laptop or PC, press pause, and get the info down. Or you can always come back again and again and again and again. I mean, I could really use the traffic. I mean, if I'm going to compete with PewDiePie. Are you done laughing yet? Good. The meeting itself was something my arm got twisted into, but after opening it up to beyond the block and carefully considering that once again blackness was being exploited at the hands of Trump and the NFL, Jamel Hill, ESPN, and countless other vapid celebrity opinions that are so far removed from the communities such as our own, the only thing left to do was to strip down the issue of police violence to its very atom and bring the two factions of authority and civilians to the table for a frank discussion. Which we got. As of this recording, I have no clue which clips I'll be using for the highlights. This meeting ran 2 solid hours with a ton of great dialogue. We hit on Tamir Rice and the national issues, while also keeping focus on local matters, where the problems of the past were acknowledged and how they contributed to the reputation the municipality currently has, such as the dismal response times. I can't thank Officer Smith, Sergeant Zapata, and Detective Sergeant Austin enough for their time and their perspective. So, I'm about to relinquish the rest of this video to the people in the police via the aforementioned highlights. But before I do, there's a statement that Officer Smith made that really stuck out to me. One of the residents asked if he lived in Irvington, and before you could blink, he replied, "I got my money," which is a solid no. Now, I can never and will never knock anyone for doing what they feel is best for themselves and their family. I'm the same guy that went to Southern California, so to judge would be hypocritical. Being a police officer in New Jersey can be incredibly lucrative. And in order to become a police, you are required to live in your jurisdiction for at least a year. God bless. But there is something undeniable in the fact that we as people see work much differently than home. And when officers relocate and place their families in safer environments, the space they once called home and now only see as the office drops on the priority list. I mean, it's just a theory, and I am in no way insinuating that Officer Smith consciously operates with a layer of callousness, but the subconscious is a mofo, and collectively we have a take the money and run mentality that continues to be our community's downfall to this very moment. This actually touches on a conversation recently had with the mayor about extending that time requirement, which is a pretty good idea, so props to MTV. Well, guys, I leave you in the capable hands of Irvington police and residents. Thank you so much for watching. Please do all the YouTube things, like, comment, and subscribe. As you're about to see, you missed a hell of a conversation. We'll do it again in a couple months, and right now, I gotta get to the Township's Business Summit video, so hopefully I'll catch you over there. And until then, love.
All this so we score higher on the state tests? If we're teaching the kids the test questions, what is it assessing in them?
Nothing. It assesses us. The test scores go up. They can say the schools are improving. The scores stay down. They can't.
Juking the stats.
Excuse me?
Making robberies into larcenies. Making rapes disappear. You juke the stats and majors become colonels. I've been here before.
Wherever you go, there you are.
So we have a couple of different topics that we can talk about tonight. Mainly, we want to be able to let you know what's going on in the township of Irvington. As you know, over the last couple of years, you've probably seen some changes, correct?
Yeah.
Right, for the better.
Yes.
Right. Since this administration of Tony Boss, you can see that we're out here. We're not only building a better community, but you're getting things done in the community, correct?
True.
Your streets are now getting paved.
True.
Your streets are getting cleaned up. Right? And from our end, the police department is out there and we are working. We are working harder than we've ever worked, to be honest with you, from my 22 years. We really are. We are multitasking. We are definitely doing more with less. We can say, honestly, that crime is down. We're at an all-time low within the last 20 years. And guess what? We're doing more with so many less officers. When I came on in 1995, we had 202 officers. Right now, we're under 150. They're working extremely hard. We keep track of every single thing they do. We have technology that can tell us wherever their car is at. We can keep track of how many times they've issued tickets. We can keep track of how many arrests they have. All of those things, all of those stats, we keep track of.
They're working. We're on an average of about maybe between 15 and 20 cases each in month is what the detectives are doing.
So they're out there. And we're going a few years back. I'm going to take you on a little history lesson, if you don't mind. You would call the police if somebody broke into your house, right? And I can tell you when I was a young rookie many years ago, somebody broke into your house and I get dispatched to come there and I say, hey, how you doing, sir? What happened? You say, hey, somebody broke into my house. Oh, really? Okay. So I would get out my little notepad and I would just start taking the information and then I would leave. That was the end. Guess what happens right now? Absolutely. We are investigating all burglaries. All right?
It's not my fault.
I remember when they broke into my house in 1992. But that was 1992. I just bought the house then.
We took a long time to come? I believe you.
I had another incident where a guy must be drunk, ran up into my driveway, sat there, blew up in my driveway, and called the cops. About an hour or two, and they didn't come. And I called them back, and I said, what's this, one shift town or something? I said, no one came, no one followed up. And the guy took off. He was drunk, he was swerving in the streets and everything. But then the cop did come. He said I can understand that he had so many incidents in the town of police. So this was about maybe 3 years ago. So
I bought a house here in 2009. Within the first month.
But here's what you can do, and I say this to each and every one of you. We're here to provide a service for you. Anytime that you do have an officer that comes out and you're not happy with the service that he provided for you, you have a couple of things that you can do. A, you can always request a supervisor to come in. Okay? That is the initial step. If you felt that the officer, whatever the service that he provided was completely unjust and unfair, you can always go to our internal affairs officer. Okay? Anybody else have any comments?
And you always have the option to contact my office.
Absolutely.
You can speak to myself or
the housing department. Okay, a lot of times we go out with the housing department. If we have squatters in an abandoned house, we will go out. The housing will be the first thing you can find. If there's any garbage and debris, anything like that, reach out to the housing.
And they do follow up. I work.
You will have your day.
You have officers that, to me, some of the officers got an attitude.
You have some bad attitude.
Yeah, attitude.
Well, what did I say when I stood in front of you earlier?
Every officer is not the same. So we know that human beings, some people have bad days, some days, but then they take it out of public. But that causes a total destruction of everything.
Absolutely.
So somebody got to stay calm.
Excuse me, what type of work do you do?
I got my own personal cleaning.
Does anybody work for you?
Yeah, I got a couple guys.
Are they all the best workers? They're all top of the line?
No.
They're not? Oh, okay. Right?
Not everybody.
But can we be honest though? There's a bit of a difference between somebody doing commercial cleaning and somebody who has the authority
As a police officer, yes, we should be a little bit better. But unfortunately, we're human beings, and it's not always the case. There's a training that's mandated this year for all of our officers. And it's pretty much, it talks about different techniques and de-escalation techniques and being able to talk to the public and dealing with those individuals with mental health. So there's constant training, there's constant, the administration, the state, people, the media, obviously, everyone looking at us, filming us, we are aware of that. But no matter what, you're always going to get those officers that just simply won't go out and perform the way that the public thinks they should. The way that we as human beings think that they should. Yes.
So my problem with that is that police officers do not come out against the bad apples, right? Very specifically and pointedly about that.
Yes.
Right? So they support.
Yes. Yeah. That's one of the myths, and that's what we talk about today. We starting to quell those myths, right? Yes, we do have police officers that come out. We do have police officers that I can tell you right now, you know, that we'll pull them to the side and say things to them. Or you're not going to get the type of things that used to happen when I came on 20-something years ago, that blue line, that wall that everybody thinks exists. You don't have the same thing that you have now. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you. I'm here not defending anyone's actions. I never said anything. What I'm here to is educate you, educate the public, and say to you, don't believe everything that you see. Right? I don't believe everything that you hear. I'm sorry. And don't, everything that's out there is not giving you that information. I think us as black people, we automatically jump to point the finger. Things have changed, whether you agree with it or not. Do we have an issue in our society where we do have unarmed black men being killed? Yeah, but it's different factors. Everything is not about this kid was killed by a police officer because he wanted to kill him. I'm just simply saying to you, there are different factors. Yes.
You said a couple of things. You said it earlier. You said the union was complaining when you guys was working hard, and you say, "Oh, at least you guys we're working." But I think part of the problem is the unions. And I'm in the union, right. And I know the few guys who make the job hard for everybody else are the ones that seem like the unions go above and beyond to represent. Right. And 99% of you guys are hard-working people. You work, you go to work. And I'm sure a lot of you guys don't go to work and say you're going to kill nobody. But at the same time, I think looking at it from an arbitrary point of view, not on your side or not as a black man, or just in the middle, I think the problem starts with the union, because that wall you talked about earlier is powerful, has a lot of money, and you seem to be zealous when it comes to representing the bad cops, like you said earlier.
Right. To answer both of your points about police officers not speaking up, that's not true. Let me finish. You may not hear about it because the public, the media, don't want you to hear about it. They drive off of controversy. So trust and believe, I personally have conversations with other police officers, whether it be black or white, on a constant basis about the issues that you guys bring up today. So it is a conversation that's being discussed, and we are trying to rectify it internally. To further that, what Officer Smith said, a lot of things that you guys are seeing is you're basing your information off of the limited information, again, that the media is putting out there, and you're thinking that they're bad shoots, or you're thinking that it's police misconduct or the excessive use of force. I give you two examples that I personally don't agree with. But like the officer said, were they wrong? Were they fundamentally wrong? Were they incorrect? And the two cases, I'll give you Tamir Rice, you brought up. Were the police officers wrong for shooting Tamir Rice? In my opinion. Were they wrong? The answer is no. Their tactics were bad, which caused that shooting. Phone call came in. You played the scenario, right? Phone call came in, kid with a gun. They pull up, they get out the car. Before you know it, shots are fired. Did he have a gun? He had a gun.
Shotgun.
BB, a fake gun.
You know, open carry state.
Nonetheless, still doesn't take away from the imminent danger. Doesn't take away from the imminent danger. I'm not saying, again, understand, tactics now played a part in that. Tactics played a part in it, but did it make it wrong? Did it make it improper? Did it make it illegal? No, it didn't. And the second case I'll bring up is the Sandra Bland case. And it goes back to what Officer Smith said against. When the officer, and I was hoping he was going to hit on that, but at least here in New Jersey, if a police officer orders a driver out of the car, you have to get out of the car. There's no question of that. For no reason. Step out of the car. You got to step out. It becomes a conflict now when you decide you want to take it on your own hands. Our police director has a saying, and it's comply, then complain. If you comply with the officer's directions, a lot of this stuff will be avoided. And if there's an issue, you complain. And something may not happen to that police officer the first time you complained about his demeanor. Right? The first time. Nothing. Because it's your word, the police officer's word, nobody else is around. So, you may get a slap on the wrist. You may get a warning. It may be classified in his IA file as unfounded, unsustained. But what happens is, if you continue to complain, that same police officer is going to get another complaint. And he's going to get another complaint. And he's going to get another complaint. And now, we have a system, like Officer Smith talked about earlier, not only with tracking crimes, but we also have a system here in town with tracking police misconduct.